Have you ever sat in a meeting, looked around the table, and thought, am I the only sane person in this room? According to Thomas Erikson's book, Surrounded by Idiots, everyone else at that table is likely thinking the exact same thing about you. When communication breaks down, our first instinct is to assume the other person is either stubborn or slow. But the friction usually has nothing to do with intelligence. You are simply running on separate operating systems for processing the world. Once you identify these hidden operating systems, human interactions stop feeling like a series of random collisions and start following recognizable tracks. This diagram breaks human psychology into concentric layers. What we judge as annoying is just the outermost layer, the surface actions we easily see. But these actions are driven by something deeper. Hidden inside are core values that dictate why people react in unexpected ways. To stop getting triggered by what people do on the surface, we have to map out those hidden internal drives. We can draw that map using two diagnostic questions. First, is the person generally fast-paced and outgoing, or are they more slow-paced and reserved? Second, is their primary focus on completing tasks, or is it on connecting with people? Plotting someone on these two axes creates this matrix. It immediately reveals their core behavioral color. These two questions help categorize the behavior we see every day. Answer them, and you can begin to anticipate how someone will handle stress or make decisions. Let's start with the fast-paced, task-oriented profiles. Red personalities are competitive, driven individuals who value speed and results above all else. If you play a casual game of Monopoly with a red, they won't hold back. They approach a family board game with the same intensity as a corporate takeover. They play to win. Drop down to the fast-paced but relationship-oriented quadrant and you find the yellows. These are the social, enthusiastic optimists of the world. This profile outlines their core traits. Yellows have boundless energy for starting new projects, but they quickly lose interest if the environment lacks novelty and excitement. Put a yellow in an elevator full of strangers, and by the time they reach the lobby, they will likely have 3 new contacts and an invitation to a dinner party. Both of these types bring high external energy to the table. The difference is direction. A red uses that energy to conquer a goal. A yellow uses it to connect with a crowd. Moving over to the more reserved side, we have the slow-paced, relationship-focused quadrant. Greens are the calm, accommodating team players who prioritize group harmony. But that desire for stability creates a specific friction point. Greens have a physical resistance to sudden change. Moving their favorite desk or altering a schedule at the last minute triggers an immediate stress response. This profile highlights their strengths. They are the ultimate listeners, the reliable, patient glue that keeps families and companies from falling apart under pressure. Finally, we reach the slow-paced, task-oriented quadrant. Blues are the analytical thinkers who despise chaos and value precision above everything. A blue is the person who actually reads the terms and conditions before clicking accept. They analyze every possible detail because avoiding a mistake is far more important to them than moving quickly. While the reds and yellows are hitting the gas pedal, the greens and blues are providing the brakes and the steering. They supply the stability that keeps the entire system on the road. We are taught the golden rule from a young age: treat others the way you want to be treated. But when you look at these 4 distinct operating systems, you realize that the golden rule is often a recipe for disaster. If a highly social yellow approaches a detail-obsessed blue with loud, chaotic enthusiasm, that blue will likely shut down. The yellow's version of friendly feels like an attack to the blue. True social intelligence requires a pivot. It means identifying the other person's dominant color and temporarily adjusting your communication style to match their specific code. Most of us are a blend of 2 colors, rarely just one. But recognizing the dominant hue in the people around you is the key to bypassing the illusion that everyone else is just being difficult. Stop demanding that other people rewrite their code to match yours. Look closely at the people in your life. What is your dominant color, and what is your best friend's? Let me know in the comments.